Here are my 5 favorite kanji that are not on the Joyo kanji list. So remember, these kanji are not officially approved by the Japanese government, and therefore it is technically illegal to use them. Be sure that... I'm hiding under my desk. I think I lost them. I don't think they can see me. So again, these are the 5 kanji that I really like that aren't on the Joyo kanji list. And number 1 is this. This is ugomeku. So this kanji is used for the verb which means to squirm, kind of like a bug. And it's supposedly a difficult kanji, but I don't think you could ever forget it because like haru, right? That's when the bugs come out. And it's not one bug, it's at least 2. There's at least 2 bugs that are out there in spring, right? And so you have the bugs and they're in spring, and then what do? Well, they ugomeku, which is great, right? It makes total sense. I think that like this kanji is probably one of the last things I'll ever forget as my memory starts to go as I get older. Like, it's amazing. It makes so much sense. And in Chinese, though, it can actually be used to mean idiot in words like this and this, which I think is kind of unfair because, like, it's not the bug's fault, right? Like, we don't allow them to go to school. There's a problem with humanity that they deny educational opportunities to things and then call them stupid, and that's something that really needs to stop. Right, so the second kanji that I really, really like is this one here, which is todoroku, and this is like to make a rumbling kind of rolling sound, which makes an awesome sense because you have cart, right, 3 times, and of course that many carts would certainly todoroku. Also funny jokes in like Japanese media sometimes where people can't read this, and so they pronounce it as sha sha sha, which is, you know, pretty good. It's good fun. Number 3 then is Minagoroshi. I just think it's really metal that like there's a single kanji for kill everybody. It would have saved Metallica a whole bunch of time, right, if they just were able to use this on their album. The kanji itself, I don't really think the makeup of it is that interesting. I kind of wish it was simpler, but I do like that, you know, 2 kanji to say that. Nah, that's not really good, but 1 kanji, yeah, that's pretty metal. It's pretty brutal. The 4th is this one here, which is for kiloguramu. And yes, there is a kanji for kilogram. It's pretty cool. There's actually kanji for a lot of loanwords, but they're, you know, kind of hidden. What I like about this one is that first kanji there is used for guramu, so just like a gram. And that's because it was used for ateji, or just like kanji applied just for their sound to spell out the word guramu. If you want to write gram, you can, in theory, write it like this. But then they took that, right, and then they added sen, and of course 1,000 guramu would make a kilogramu. So that's really cool. I think it's a very, very clever idea. Big fan. And finally, we have the kanji here, which is namagusai, which is like a bloody or fleshy smell. I like this one because if you don't know, there's actually a list of kanji you can use in names. You have to get certain names approved. And there's been Japanese people petitioning the government to allow them to use this kanji, not because they want their kid, like that's not an abusive thing, but if you look at it, it kind of looks like moon, right? And then star. Now that radical on the left is not the moon radical, that's meat. That's what happens when you take meat and you jam it into a radical. It shrinks down and looks like the moon. And that's why words like, you know, jinzo, kanzo, etc. all have this in there. A lot of meat-based things have this radical. Yeah, there is the moon radical too in words like akarui, but generally on the left when you see it, not always, generally it is meat. So ignoring this meaning though, they think, oh look, it's like moon and star, and that's like a really cool romantic image. So I think it's kind of fun that this kanji is causing Japanese people to like reimagine what the meaning of it is, and even value the visual element over the meaning. I think if this was on the Joyo kanji list, which would be kind of weird, it is an obscure, you know, kanji, it wouldn't be as popular for this because people would know what it means. But because so few people can actually read it, it does mean that if you use it for a name, misinterpretation of, oh, you know, it's the moon and the stars is more likely. I don't think the government has ever approved this though, because it does, you know, mean fleshy, meaty, bloody smell, which is pretty metal again, but interesting to see Japanese people kind of reimagining what kanji mean. Again, this is all like forbidden knowledge, right? So keep it secret, keep it safe. But if you ever need to write like an order to kill, you know, kilometers worth of fleshy, bloody, squirming, noisy things, then this video will get you there.